Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Friends, the most beautiful and very essential is every Anuvakam, but the sixth Anuvaka, so beautifully, detailedly, logically explaining to us how to understand the Vedanta. Thanks to Bhagavan Adi Shankara's Bhashyam. Let us chant this sixth Anuvaka with utmost Shraddha. And as we saw yesterday, some portion from that onwards we will continue. Most enchanting, most wonderful thing, and we can see that this as the reward given to us by the Lord because of our own sincerity and consistency. Everybody doesn't get the chance to study these portions of Vedanta, which gives the required clarity once for all for life, inspiring us to pursue this spiritual marga. Let us chant Om Athashashthonuvaakaha Om Asanneva Sabhavate Asad Brahmeti Vedachet Asti Brahmeti Ched Veda Santamenam Tato Vidurite तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य अथातोऽनुप्रश्नाः उता विद्वां नमुं लोकं प्रेत्य कश्चन गच्छति आहो विद्वानमुं लोकं प्रेत्य कश्चित् समश्नुता ओ शोकामयथ बहुस्यां प्रजा ये येते सतपोतप्यत सतपस्तप्त्वा इदगं सर्वमसृजत यदिदं किञ्च तत्सृष्ट्वा तदेवानुप्राविशत तदनुप्रविश्य सच्चत्यच्चाभवत् निरुक्तं च निरुक्तं च निलयनं च निलयनं च विज्ञानं च विज्ञानं च सत्यं चानृतं च सत्यमभवत् यदिदं किञ्च तत्सत्यमित्याचक्षते तदप्येष श्लोको भवति ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Beautiful thing this is, friends. Just let us go through the Bhashyam. Now, before the Bhashyam, what is the mantra? Asannevasa bhavati asad brahma iti veda chet. If somebody starts itself with the hypothesis or the thing that Brahman is not at all there, Asad Brahma iti Veda Chet. If Brahman is not at all there, even this is his conviction, Veda in his mind, Asad eva bhavati. So he himself becomes Asat. This is the literal meaning. And what is the meaning of he becomes Asat? That we will study. Opposite to that, contrast to that is what? Asti Brahma iti vichet Veda. If somebody believes, has the faith in the Brahman as existing, earlier fellow was saying that Asanneva Asad Brahmeti Veda Chet. He says Brahman is not at all there. Brahman is not at all existing. Truth or reality is not at all there. Therefore, whatever we see, the world of names and forms, the gross and subtle, they alone are real. Beyond that, there is nothing called as Brahman, which you talk in Vedanta Upanishad. So, the one who says so, Asan Bhavati. We will see the meaning of it at two levels. One level we saw yesterday, day before. Today also we will repeat so that because this is a very important knowledge, it should get embedded in our hearts. Contrast to that, Asti Brahma iti Chedveda. If somebody starts with the hypothesis that Brahma is there, please remember whether somebody is having faith in Brahma's presence or not having faith. For both of them, the Brahma is non-available through any of the upadhis. That is common. Someone is not at all having faith, then he himself becomes asat. What is the meaning of he becoming asat? Two levels we will see. But Asti Brahmeti Chedveda, the one who says that Brahman is there, see, he will be worshipped by others, rishis, as if he himself is Brahma. Then how they can worship him as Brahma? Only when he becomes Brahma. And how did he become Brahma? He did sadhana and become Brahma. And how did he do sadhana? Where from he started? He started believing. So if you start believing, you do sadhana. If you do sadhana, you reach what? The Brahma. When you reach Brahma, then already existing Brahma Jnanis, they certify you, worship, they adore you, respect you, and recommend others to worship you. That's the meaning here. Santam enam tataha viduhu. Enam sadhakam santam viduhu. What is a santam? Bhashyakara will explain. So he santam means sadvastu only. He is Sat alone. That way, the Brahmagyanis who have already reached, they accept him as that, and then they recommend to others that he has now realized you can now worship him. Think about it. Therefore, see the two contrast pictures. The one Asadvadin, Ashraddhalu, he just goes. Then once he doesn't do the faith or belief in Brahman, he'll not pursue the Brahma Marga. Then what will he do? He will pursue only the Laukika Marga, which he's already doing. And he is as good as non-existing, means what? For this spiritual unfoldment. So these are the two contrast pictures which you have to thoroughly understand. The same thing called as Shreyo Prayo Margins in Kata Upanishads. Upanishad. Same thing in the Mundapa Uga Upanishad, it is said as the Aparavidya and Paravidya. Today our Telugu people will study it. Aparavidya and Paravidya. So then the same thing is said in Bhagavad Gita as the Dakshinayana Marga and Uttarayana Marga, or the Chandra Marga or the Surya Marga. Another place it is called as the path of return and then the path of no return. Return to the same world of wretched world of bondage. No return means no more coming back to the limitations. So path of return or no return, Krishna Marga, Uttara Marga, or Dakshina Marga, Surya Marga, or the Chandra Marga, Preya Marga, or Shreya Marga, Abharavidya or Paravidya. So here also is one category of people are those who are in the Samsara Marga, other is Moksha Marga. So it is in our own hands whether to believe or not. Clear? Now, once this portion we study now again through Bhasha, which we did yesterday, to day before also, then the question will come. Okay, why there is a doubt regarding Brahman? Is he there or not? Bhashyakara will explain doubt is valid. But after doubt has come, be attentive. It can never be answered. Because it is such a doubt that answerless. But still, continuing the doubt, be attentive. With Ashraddha, one can go to other direction of the worldliness. Allowing the doubt to persist, yet taking a chance with Shraddha, following this Marga, this option is there. Is it not? And this is not a thing that first a sample is shown that so that you can buy it. Is it not? It is such a thing that only when you believe it and reach it, then you will know what it is. Therefore, no guru, no shastra, no daivam can help us in this particular crucial way road or junction. Then we alone have to, with faith, accept the presence of Brahman and pursue. What anybody can do is, what the Rishi Muni Shastra can do is, with faith, whoever have followed, they have reached to truth in such a way that others have worshipped them as if he is Brahman only, because he is Brahman only. So when you follow, you will be assured of reaching Brahman. But to follow, you need to have faith. But the faith cannot be given by others. Is it not? That is the biggest problem. They can supply the data to create faith. But if somebody still says, I'll not, is it not? If somebody, I'll not, then who can help him? Think about it. This is where, this is called a power of Maya. That is where is the only thing which can help us is our prayer to the God and Guru. अरे भैया उसी भगवान पे फिर फेथ नहीं है हमको इसलिए बंदे बहुत समय तक बहुत कल्प महाकल्प तक इस सृष्टि स्थिति में भटकते रहते. Nobody can do. Sometimes when the medicine is not working, doctor's advice is not receiving, then the consolation of the people or attendants, that patient is not listening, and himself also is not from within getting the strength अब कौन क्या कर सकते हैं दसों? देर आर सम पेशेंट्स, अंदर से उनको हिम्मत ताकत नहीं, घर वालों की बात नहीं सुनता, बंधु मित्रों का बात नहीं सुनता, डॉक्टर का एडवाइस ही डजंट टेक, इवन द मेडिसिन इज नॉट वर्किंग इन हिम ऑन हिम, अब देखते रहना ही पड़ता है. In the same way, if you don't start at the very important stage of Shraddha, then we are just will be in the worldliness only. That is the meaning of asanneva sabhavati asad brahmeti veda chet. Asti brahmeti chet veda santamenam tadva vidriti. So therefore the three stages are three levels. Extremely having doubt. So other thing is extremely believing. In between, shifting our identity, matlab our understanding from non-belief, non-shraddha to belief and shraddha. You and I luckily are in this traveling, in this what is it, transit path. We are transiting from absolutely non-believing Paramatma, therefore remaining absolutely worldly, to totally spiritual, no worldliness. Before that, from here, there we are shifting, and all our study should help. For that, inside the self suggestion, auto suggestion, and prayer to the God should go on happening. What is the prayer to God? ओ लॉर्ड, मैं तो शास्त्र पढ़ रहा हूँ, मेरे अंदर परमात्मा का अस्तित्व के बारे में परिपूर्ण इतना श्रद्धा बन जाए कि मेरा जीवन सिर्फ उसी प्राप्ति के लिए लग जाए. Same thing I tell to myself. Art of suggestion, enough of worldliness, where the temporary actions giving temporary results, giving permanent struggle and misery. So let me take this path of spiritual redemption, spiritual knowledge by transcending the Panchakoshas as given to me by the Upanishads. So I give it to my own self suggestion, and I also pray to the God. Through that, slowly from the no faith stage to the semi faith stage, through the faith stage to complete faith stage, we have to reach to. Faith about what? Brahman is there, he can be obtainable. For that, the Shastras have given these are the sadhanas, they told these to be the qualifications. So, I will qualify myself, I will follow this sadhana, then I will reach to that. This complete conviction, doubtless conviction, strong conviction, which will be never compromised for anything, even for a moment. The strongest, healthy word, orthodoxy. छोड़ेंगे हम, कुछ भी कहो हम नहीं छोड़ेंगे, बस ऐसे वाले पहुंच जाते. Same in the worldly success also. Why the people don't succeed in the world? Because of hundreds of reasons. One of them are they're not serious, they're not sincere, they're not regular, they're extremely lazy, they are doubtful, they don't make use of opportunity, they don't take help from others. They are, they are worldly. एक नहीं दो नहीं, इतने कारणों के कारण बेवकूफ लोग सक्सेस नहीं होते वर्ल्ड में. Whether they are students, whether business people, whether politicians, whether the NGOs, whether any organization. Otherwise, potentialities to succeed in any field is already lurking in every one of us. If somebody is not succeeding, means what? He's a bewkoof, is not recognizing his inner abilities, talents, and outer opportunities, and is not fully applying himself. That's it. You don't compromise with this thought. Otherwise, हम भगवान को ब्लेम करेंगे, दुनिया को ब्लेम करेंगे, टाइमिंग्स को ब्लेम करेंगे, and then कहेंगे, and behind all that is our own laziness. Behind all that is our own indulgence in the worldliness, which are so subjective, which are known only to me and the Lord. I will not tell anyone. Lord has no purpose to tell anyone. Outside, so we go on justifying. ठीक समय नहीं था, या वो एग्जामिनेशन करेक्शन करने वाला ठीक नहीं था. क्या क्या हम ब्लेम करते हैं फेल्यूर होने के लिए. इन द सेम वे स्पिरिचुअलिटी का भी सक्सेस और फेल्यूर इज टोटली इन आवर हैंड्स. And the success happens when we put effort. And what makes us put effort is strong faith. Failure is we don't put effort. Why? Because we don't have faith at all. So therefore, from zero faith to little increase in the faith to mediocre faith to strongest of the faith. That throughout the day, other than the Brahma Anveshana, nothing else I will do. To that level when we reach, at that time only, all the worldliness goes away from us. To that extent, the impurities go away, purity becomes. The grossnesses go away, the subtleties come. The multi-pointedness goes away, the single pointedness come. then the distractions go away, then total concentration happens. Along with this qualification, when the Brahma Tattva is pursued along with Guru and Bhagwan's Kripa, then our Antakarana goes into the deep intuitive meditational stages. There, this truth, which is continuously experienced by the truth, by the rishis, therefore, they are talking about in the Shastras, the glimpses of that come to us. Once we get it, we can't explain about that stage to anybody else because unless they also follow this process, they cannot comprehend. By the way, samshayatma vinashyati. Asanneva sabhavati is equal to samshayatma. असद ब्रह्मेति वेद चेत हो गया. संशयात्मा विनश्यति. असद ब्रह्मेति वेद चेत असन्नेव स भवति. श्रद्धावान लभते ज्ञानम तत्पर सम्यतेन्द्रियः सन् अस्ति ब्रह्मेति चेत वेद स्वन्तमेनं ततो विदुरिति. Yamaraj must have met millions of jivas. Met lot of interactions must have happened. None of them asked him about Brahma Vidya. Therefore, he did not tell. That does it mean that Brahma Vidya it was not there? It was always there. One among those whom he met millions, called Nachiketa, insistently with Shraddha asked, insistingly, Yamaraja revealed to him. Therefore, in the presence of Paramatma Anubhuti, majority minority काम नहीं करता. वो democracy नहीं. The entire universe also doesn't believe. Still, the Brahman is there. Still, on the, among them, whoever one or two believe, then they try, they reach out. Can we be those one or two is our subjective question. So before that, in an honest manner, Shruti Mata unbiasedly, without any emotion, sentiment, in the beginning only she is telling. From here the Brahma Vichara is starting. Panchakosha Vichara ho gaya. Now the Brahma Vichara is called Brahmananda Valli. It's not a Panchakosha Valli. And our job is not to study Panchakoshas and thoroughly. Through them, transcending them, we have to reach to our Brahma Swarupa. So, and aptly, therefore, the first step in the Brahma Swarupa Anveshan is Ashraddha or Shraddha. And among them, we should not have Ashraddha, we should have Shraddha. Therefore, first itself it is saying, Ki asanneva sabhavati asad brahmeti vedachet. So the one who starts only with saying that there is no Brahma, he will never become pursuer of the Brahma Tattva and he will never reach it out. But the contrast of it also we have to say right now only to inspire you. What is that? Asti Brahmeti Ched Veda Santamenam Tato Viduriti. This is what is literally we understood the meaning of these two. Now from the Bhashya what we have understood yesterday, Asat Bhavati means what? Asat Iva Bhavati. Asat Samaha Bhavati. Then Na Purushartha Sambandhi Bhavati, Apurushartha Sambandhi Bhavati. Clear? And what is understanding? If you have not believed at all about the presence of something, glory of something, utility of that thing, will you go for it? You will not go. So then we analyzed it and yesterday explained, we will not talk about it much, why people don't pursue it because they have no shraddha in it. There is no interest in it. Neither the presence of it they accept, nor the glory of that they accept. Then why will the mind will be inclined? Conversely, why people are running toward the world? They have the shraddha in the world's permanency. They have shraddha in the joy that world gives. They are for running. And really the world is giving happiness as if. Is it not? Coffee is giving me happiness, tea is giving me happiness, breakfast is giving me happiness, TV is giving me happiness, and all of are enjoying it. Alas, this enjoyment is not coming from the objects. That subtle understanding, we are not getting it. This we have already discussed in other texts. In this text only, in the earlier mantra, Anandamaya Kosh में exhaustively बताया गया कि Brahma Ananda only expresses at the vritti level as the reflection of the Ananda. That is called as Anandamaya Kosha. For that creation of the vritti, outer things, beings and situations add to, but those things also come in our life because of our vidya, that is upasana, as well as our punya karma. जिन्होंने ये समझा अभी कोई बंदा किसी बाहर के चीज पे डिपेंड होगा ही नहीं हो. So again, so if I start this topic, it goes at length. So what is the simple meaning? Asanneva saha bhavati means Asad Brahma iti Veda Chet means the one who says the Brahman is not there, he will become Apurushartha Sambandhi. He will become Na Purushartha Sambandhi means the Chaturtha Purushartha called as Moksha. To reach that, whatever the Purushartha sadhanas the Shastras have indicated, he will not listen to them, he will not understand or accept or practice. बिकॉज ही सेज मैं क्यों करूं ये सब, मैं तो ब्रह्म को बिलीव ही नहीं करता, बिकॉज असत ब्रह्म इति वेद चेत. डू वी फॉल इन दैट कैटेगरी बाय मिस्टेक? संभालो अपने आप को. And the danger of this Maya and the mind, you know that even after staying with the Vedanta Shastra, with Vedanta Guru in the Vedanta Ashram, even for 30, 40, 50 years also, even listening to all these things, suddenly one day it can happen to them. I don't believe all these things, I don't care all this, I just tried and there's nothing sambhag and just wasted my time. Now I'll go back to my own old life of worldliness, of professions, earning money, etc. How many people have that way gone, even after so many years? Dekho, power of Maya. That is why the prayer, Bhagavan, there cannot be two prayers, only one. Bhagavan, let my Shraddha in the Paramatma Tattva, in the Shastra, in the Guru, in the Sadhana, in myself have not even a hairline crack, even once, even in dream, even if at the cost of my own death. मरू लेकिन श्रद्धा मेरा नहीं जाना चाहिए. This is only prayer which keeps us on the path all the time. It includes everything. Is it not? बिकॉज श्रद्धा टूटा तो साधक टूटा. किसी के ऊपर गुरु पे श्रद्धा भी गया तो जाना बंद हो गया. देन यू डोंट लिसन टू शास्त्र. शास्त्र पे श्रद्धा बंद हो गया तब भी जाकर गुरु के नहीं जाओगे. जाओगे तो भी शास्त्र नहीं मांगोगे और कुछ मांगोगे. भगवान पे श्रद्धा नहीं है तो टाइम पास होगा जिंदगी पूरा. अपने आप में श्रद्धा नहीं है तो मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ बताओ. एंड द गिवन साधना इफ इट इज नो श्रद्धा इट इज वेरी बोरिंग एंड हेवी. आई कांट डू. Is it not? Shraddha is the most. In the Tulsi Ramayana also, he says, what is that? Batu Vishwasa, Achala Nija Dharma, one tribe. In other words, Shraddha is the Sambhala. Sambhala means the pocket money en route. When you travel anywhere, very essential is pocket money. To buy the tickets, to buy the eatables, for anything, कुछ तो होना चाहिए जेब में. That is called Shraddha. Nowadays, pocket money is equal to your own cell phone in all that variety of way of transaction. Whether it is pocket money of that day or cell phone available with all your financial transactions, the point is same. That is called as Shraddha. Okay. Now I'll just go. Artha Sambandhi Evam Sahabhavati Apurushartha Sambandhi. That's what. असत भवती मीन्स ऐसा शाप नहीं दे रहा है शास्त्र कि तुम नहीं मानोगे ब्रह्म को तुम्हारा सत्यानाश हो जाए. Asat bhavati means he will be destroyed only, he become extinct only. The literal meaning. The starting word itself, asan bhavati. He jiyega nahi marega. Bhagwan is just explaining. It doesn't mean Shruti Mata is cursing that fellow. It means apurushartha sambandhi bhavati. And we have added yesterday meaning a human being, if he is not pursuing the liberation giving, moksha giving, Brahma Anveshana, his life is better, worse than death. Because if we die, at least we don't do papa. At least we don't add to new samsara, new vasanas. Alive, not pursuing spirituality, then pursuing worldliness, adding to more and more negativity. Is it not better to die? Therefore, it is asat only, that way. So, Shruti Mata speaks from that standpoint. But you and I, because of seeing that abrupt sentence, we may feel bad that Shruti Mata is cursing us. Therefore, to bring our mind to a little acceptance level, Shankar Bhagavan says, Beta, asat matlab asat samaha. Matlab, yatha asan, as good as is non-existing. Why? Because apurushartha sambandhi, na purushartha sambandhi bhavati. Means his whole personality will not be doing anything related to spiritual sadhana. It will only do the worldly things, and that every thought about the worldliness, every action about the worldliness, every word uttered goes on giving the impression that the world is real and becomes a vasana in us, and that vasana thickens the avidya, the ignorance, and the thick layer of avidya ignorance hides the Paramatma more and more strongly. That is the meaning of asan bhavati. Apurushartha sambandhi bhavati. And what are the purusharthas? It will be told in the after 2 or 3 paragraphs. That also is a very very essential topic. मतलब इसी मंत्र का इसी लाइन का second way of interpretation के time भगवान भाष्यकार will give us that meaning. So after seeing that असद ब्रह्मेति वेद चेत असन्य कहा असौ sorry यह असद अविद्यमानं ब्रह्म इति वेद विजानाति चेत यदि if he says Brahman is not at all there, he becomes apurushartha sambandhi. Simple meaning. Catch it. Now, tadviparyena, opposite to or contrast to this person, yet that Brahma, which is sarva vikalpa aspadam, means what? Which is the substratum of all the multitude, manyness, but in that there are no vikalpas. Sarva pravritti bijam, which is about our all involvement, but in it there is no pravritti possible. Sarva vishesha pratyastavitam, that in which all the specificities have gone away, are there, sorry, in that there are no specificities, though it supports all the specificities, even then, because of all these lacuna, yet in spite of all these lacuna, api astiv tad brahma iti veda chet. If somebody says the Brahman is there, then it will be explained संतमेनम ततो विदुरिति. अभी वो एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर रहे. एक प्रश्न आ गया बीच में, सर एक क्वेश्चन हाथ उठाया उसने. व्हाट इज दैट? कि कुतः पुनः आशंका तत् न अस्तित्वे. Why there is the doubt regarding the Brahman that it may or may not be there, or it may not be there. ऐसा क्यों संशय आ रहा है? It is very very beautiful question. Equally beautiful is the answer, which will give us such a strength, to answer when the people ask us such questions. First of all, we have to realize it. First of all, we have to understand. Now, what is the whole discussion going on now? Why there is a question regarding Brahman is there or not there? जनरली डाउट कि ही इज नॉट देयर. लोग क्यों नास्तिक बनते हैं अबाउट द परमात्मा और परब्रह्म? व्हाई डू दे? दिस ए बिग बिग इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन. आंसर इज वेरी वेरी एसेंशियल. व्हाट इज दैट? व्यवहार अतीतत्वम ब्रह्मणः इति ब्रूमः. बिकॉज ब्रह्म तत्व ब्रह्म वस्तु doesn't come under the purview of any type of transaction or vyavahara. That is the biggest problem with the Brahma Tattva. Problem in the sense, in us to understand it, to understand its presence. Sarva Vyavahara Atitam. There's no any Vyavahara in that. Brahma. So yesterday I told you, the Vyavahara Atitatva of the Brahma means what? We do Vyavahara with our faculties. Each faculty has its own field of Vyavahara. Bhagavan Paramatma doesn't fall in that any of the field. Therefore, through the faculties, he cannot be caught, and we are habituated to believe in the presence of only those things which are caught by our upadhis. These are all same discussion as it happened in Kena Upanishad. केनेशितं बतति प्रेषितं मनः केन प्राण प्रथम प्रैति युक्तः केनेशितं. वहां जो जिस तरह से पूछा उसको उनसे वहां जवाब दिया. हियर दिस डिस्कशन बट द टॉपिक इज सेम. टॉपिक इज सेम कि ब्रह्मन being the substratum of all upadhis being having their own limited zone of functionality, and in that zone, because the Brahman doesn't fall, therefore through those faculties Brahman cannot be obtained, and we are habituated to accept the presence of things where they come under any of our upadhis perception. This is the biggest garbage. Therefore, what is the solution here? Understanding it itself is a solution. What is understanding? कि ब्रह्म तत्व व्यवहार में नहीं है. Therefore, व्यवहार के चीजों को जानने की तरह ब्रह्म जाना नहीं जा सकता. इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि ब्रह्म नहीं है. अगर नहीं मानोगे तो असन्नेव स भवति. Therefore, asti brahma iti you should believe. And what is the only way to believe? Shastra authority. This is why the Shastra. That's why Brahmadvitiye Shrutayah Pramanam. To start our journey. Once the journey is started and we reach, Shruti ka Praman ki kya zarurat hai? It is my Pratyaksha Anubhava. Yat Sakshad Aparokshad Brahma. Anubhava ke time, it is my own experience is the Pramanam. But to go to that anubhava, I have to do sadhana. To do sadhana, I have to start. Is it not? And the starting trouble is there because no faith. Why? It is not vyavaharaspadam. Then what to do? Only the Shastra's words. That is why Shastra Vakya and Apta Vakya. In Yoga Darshana also is a Pratyaksha, Anumana, Agamaha Pramanani. In that Agama Pramana, the Apta Vakya Pramana was discussed. Now you understand why the Shastra we have to believe in. Because otherwise you don't believe in Brahman. Because it is not a Vyavaharika Vastu. It doesn't come in any of the Vyavahara. That we already explained yesterday. The Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha are perceived by our all five Indriyas. Other than that, Indriyas can't pursue anything. Then the Brahman is neither Shabdana, Ashabdama, Sparsham, Arupam, Abhyam. Already in all Upanishad it comes. So Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha nahi hone ke karana, the Indriyas will not pursue it. It not being a tangible object, you cannot hold it with the hands. It not being an emotion, you can't feel about it with the mind. It's an idea which can be conceived with the intellect. It is beyond that. You understand it? व्यवहार आस्पद नहीं है ब्रह्मा, फिर भी ब्रह्म है. वो व्यवहार अतीत ब्रह्म ही रियलिटी है. We attend to beautiful two thoughts. The Rupanama and the Vyavahara. Though absolutely unreal and based on only reality, yet they are given undue importance, reality so much that the reality alone is not believed in. Now, whichever the example come, you know what to do. We believe so much in our own. Some friends or brothers or children who eat away all the money out of our attachment, and the others like our servants or subordinates selflessly, honestly they serve us. Yet all the time we maintain doubt on them. And where is the problem? Problem is in our own mind. In the same way, the Rupanama and Vyavahara are absolutely questionable and doubtable, but them unquestioningly, undoubtingly we believe. And because of that, the substratum is never attended to for millions of lives, millions of Kalpa and Mahakalpa. चलिए आ रहा है सिलसिला. That will be discussed in the next भाष्य. वो वाला जो सरकास्टिकली भगवान भाष्यकार अभी नेक्स्ट क्या नेक्स्ट 3 लाइन में ही वो बात आएगा. Very sarcastically talk. Sarcastic means not Shankara. I am interpreting it that way. शंकर भगवान ऐसे कोई भी छोटे चीज में नहीं फंसते. He is in a गंभीर रूपा. He just talks the भाषा of the mantra to give to us the faith in Parabrahma. So to the sadhana to reach Parabrahma based on the Upanishad Mata. Because Upanishads are meant for that. Upanishad is Brahma Vidya. अगर ब्रह्मन होता ही नहीं तो उपनिषद क्यों आता? So that way he tries. He doesn't come down to any other level. He has no other purpose. Like in some colleges, professors are there. More than teaching the subject, they do maskari only with the students. The other professors, they teach a subject and they go. Shankara Bhagavan type of people are like that. And we are the other type. Because we are not Shankara. We have not reached that level. It takes 1,000 lives. Okay. Now the question asked, Kutapina ashanka brahmana nastitve. Okay. Kutapuna ashanka tat nastitve. Why should there be a doubt? Answer is given, ki vyavahara ati tattvam brahmana iti brumaha. Because Brahman doesn't come in vyavahara. Now the sarcasm starts of Shankara in my language, not in his language. In his language, the point is simple. What he says, you see, ki vyavahara vishayehi vacharambana matre astitva bhavita buddhi. है ना? Whichever is coming in the purview of Vyavahara, be attentive. Therefore, about that alone, the speech can talk about. Is it not? On this, generally, the people have the Astitva Buddhi. Astitva Buddhi means the conviction about the existence of something. How do we come to conviction about the existence of something? Because it is under one or the other transaction. That you are able to look at with the eyes or look at ear through the ears or smell it or taste it or touch it or feel it or memorize it. कुछ ना कुछ ऐसा व्यवहार में है वो. That is one reason. Second, you can do the talking about it. Is it not? You can do the little varnana of it. Because of these two, about that object, we have astitva buddhi. This is a direct meaning of this sentence said by Shankara. Again, I am saying to you कि व्यवहार विषये ही वाचारंभण मात्रे अस्तित्व भाविता बुद्धि generally. What is the sarcasm in it? You have become such a buddhu of such a funny conviction that anything which is in Vyavahara and anything which is talked about, you take it as real. ऐसे बुद्धूपन पे तुम आ गए. This is what we said yesterday, that if something is experienced, it doesn't mean that it is real. So too, if something is not experienced, it doesn't mean that it is not there. In the same way, if something is described, doesn't mean that it is there. So too, if somebody is not able to be described, doesn't mean that it is not there. Like Brahman cannot be described. Does it mean that he is not there? So too, the Shashavishana, Vandyaputra, Akasha Pushpa, you can describe and talk about it. Does it mean that that Vastu is there? Dekho, is it not? It is not there, but still you talk about it. Brahman you cannot talk, but still he is there. But you have come to a conviction. तुम्हारा बुद्धि ऐसा burst हो गई. I am telling it, not Shankara, कि जो व्यवहार में आता है, जो बातों का subject बनता है, you just have decided. Then only it is all as existing. That means what? He's telling us your buddhi, your vani, your eyes, which are the upadhis, which are misinterpreting Parabrahma in the form of the worldly things. Second, directly show me the Parabrahma if you ask them. They log हाथ खड़ा करते हैं. On those upadhis you are giving value and denying the existing Brahman. What are you doing, oh my dear sadhaka? These portions of Vedanta are very gambhira. इसलिए हम धीरे धीरे जा रहे हैं. Let it take 2 more years for Taittiriya. I don't mind. मेरे को तो पढ़ना है बाबा thoroughly. Are you understanding it? Slowly you have to break the shackles. What are the shackles that are there? Only those things which are coming under Vyavahara, which can be spoken about with the speech, they alone are existing. In that of buddhi we are there. Conviction. That is what a Nastika does. अब दिखाओ मेरे को, बुलाओ उनको, मुंह से बुलाओ और आंख से दिखाओ, तभी जाकर मैं मानूंगा. इन दैट बुद्धि इज देयर. मानूंगा मीन्स अस्तित्व बुद्धि. Asti. I will accept the Bhagavan as Asti if at all you bring him and show me, or you call him and make him talk to me. He is in that buddhi कि व्यवहार में आएगा, मुंह से बोल सकते हैं, तभी वो है. मैं ऐसा मानूंगा करके उनका कन्विक्शन है. Not only of that Nastika, every one of us. Are you understanding the analysis? See how important it is. व्यवहार विषय ही वाचारंभण मात्रे. वाचारंभण मात्रे मीन्स विच कैन बी टॉक्ड अबाउट इन वर्ड्स. जिसको आप डिस्क्राइब कर सकते हो, जो व्यवहार में आता है, वही वस्तु होने का चांस है. ऐसा हमारा कन्विक्शन है. देन कनेक्शन ऑफ इट व्हाट? अस्तित्वात् भाविता बुद्धि स्यात्. नाउ बुद्धि. नेक्स्ट, तद विपरीते, opposite to that means vyavahara atite. When it doesn't come in the vyavahara, nastitva buddhi abhipratipadyate. Not only we have this conviction that whichever comes in vyavahara, it is asti. We also have other conviction that if it doesn't come in vyavahara, both visible or speakable, we say it is nasti. ऐसे बुद्धि को हमने बैठा के रखा. This is the mistake. Therefore, we are not giving a chance. Giving a chance is called faith. What we are saying by not giving the chance, I don't believe. When you don't believe the chance, नहीं कोई डिस्कशन में लोग आपको कुछ कहने का भी चांस नहीं देते. एंड यू आर उतावला हो रहे हो अंदर से, यार मुझे मौका दो, मैं साबित करता हूं, मैं बताना चाहता हूं, आई वांट टू शो द लॉजिक, इमोशन. दैट फेलो इज नॉट गिविंग चांस. In the same way, by saying whichever is in Vyavahara, that alone I have faith in. That which is not in Vyavahara, we are not giving it a chance. That's how he becomes Asanta or Nastika or Asan. Okay. Tad viparite vyavaharatite nastitvam vipratipadyate. No examples are given. Yatha ghatadihi vyavahara vishetaya upapannaha san. Now, how do you say that pot is there? Because you are seeing it in the Vyavahara. as we explained yesterday, and you can talk about it. The pot have made out of mud, it is of this shape, or it is so big size, it is used for this purposes, it can be kept there. If you put a cloth around it and make the cloth wet, then it makes the inner water cool. अब कितना उसके बारे में बात कर सकते, दिस इज कॉल्ड व्यवहार में है, इसलिए उसके बारे में हम एक्सेप्ट करते हैं उसके प्रेजेंस को विदाउट एनी डाउट. तद्विपरीत असन इति प्रसिद्धम. Then if it doesn't come in the vyavahara, it is famous that to everyone that it is nasti only. Asan iti prasiddham. And then evam tat samanyat. So the Vandhyaputra or Akasha Pushpa doesn't come in vyavahara, therefore it is nasti. Pot comes in vyavahara, therefore it is asti. As in the example we have understood how, because it is in vyavahara it is asti, not there in asti. Same way evam tat samanyat, because of the sameness of accepting something as existing because it is there in vyavahara, not accepting if it doesn't come in vyavahara. Evam tat samanyat iha api syat brahmanah nastitvam prati ashanka. Just because it is not coming under vyavahara, therefore it is not there, that type of discussion is there. So to Brahma, because it doesn't come in a vyavahara, there is always a doubt that Brahman may not be there. So this is what the Purva Pakshi's question answered this way. Tasmat, therefore, uchyate. Tasmat, therefore, uchyate asti brahma iti ched veda iti. अगर वो मानता है ब्रह्म है करके, ऐसा बात श्रुति ने इसलिए कहा क्योंकि ब्रह्म का रहने का डाउट होना मुलाजिम है, और वॉट एवर यू यूज द वर्ड, ये लाजिम है. क्यों? क्योंकि इट इज नॉट इन व्यवहार. Why? Because anything in Vyavahara, a doubtless acceptance. When it is not in Vyavahara, either saying doubtlessly that it is not there, or at the most a question, there or may not be there. But no conviction like that vastu which comes in Vyavahara, about which we have no doubt. है कि नहीं? व्यवहार में जो आता है उसको कोई संशय ही नहीं है हमारा, वी एक्सेप्ट इट. नहीं आता है तो कोई लोग तो माना ही करते हैं कि इट इज नॉट देयर. एटलीस्ट ए क्वेश्चन कैन हैव कि हो सकता है कि नहीं हो सकता. एंड एट दिस लेवल ऑफ हो सकता है नहीं हो सकता, व्हाट वी हैव टू ब्रिंग इज फेथ. हाँ हो सकता होगा, लेट अस ट्राई. अगेन आई एम रिपीटिंग, इफ समथिंग इज इन व्यवहारा, देयर इज नो डाउट एट ऑल, इट इज देयर, अस्तित्व बुद्धि. If something is not there in Vyavahara, cannot be spoken with the speech, in the two possibilities. One, जिसने सिर्फ व्यवहार में आने वाली चीजों को ही अस्थि करके एक्सेप्ट किया, वो तो कह देगा नास्ति. So he's totally asan. There's another possibility is what? It may not be in the Vyavahara, but at the same time, it may be there wala doubt. Okay? Not at all there, may be there. ओके, दैट मे बी देयर वाले को हमें फेथ बनाना है, क्योंकि शास्त्र ने बताया. कोशिश करके देखते हैं. एंड फॉलो ऑल द नॉर्म्स और डिक्शंस और ऑल द थिंग्स गिवन बाय शास्त्र. सरप्राइजिंगली यू विल रीच दैट. बट टिल इट इज रीच्ड, इट इज नॉट एक्सपीरियंस्ड और सीन. Until that time, what goes on pushing us is that faith which started at the step 1 level. And this faith, being the faith, anytime can be disturbed by any or inner or outer sources. Therefore, the biggest thing in spiritual sadhana is to protect that faith till the goal is. Like, with what strength you are coming to listen to my classes. Not that every day you are given Brahman. Only faith. कम से कम कल तो देंगे स्वामी जी ब्रह्मा करके. Maybe. Why am I talking? With the faith that you are regularly coming, so you are a God sent to me, so that through you I can study myself. I do not understand. Is not clear? Therefore, he says, Tasmad uchyate asti brahma iti chet veda iti chet. So why that question was said कि अगर कोई मानता है कि ब्रह्म है तो उसको ब्रह्म मिलेगा, उसको ब्रह्म मिलेगा, साइड पे रखो, बाद में डिस्कस करेंगे. उस अगर वो मानता है तो ब्रह्म है करके ऐसा क्यों डाउट किया? Because not in Vyavahara, there are two possibilities of thing which is not in Vyavahara. One totally saying it is not at all there. Some people do like that. Some people can at least have a tentative acceptance for some time being. कह रहे हैं ना, तो उसके बाद मानते, थोड़ा करके देखते हैं तो है, नहीं तो छोड़ देंगे। लाइक सम पीपल गिव दैट सैंपल, यू टेक इट सर, अगर आपको अच्छा लगा तभी ले लो। Really you eat it, and only sample is good. Like in any movie, reels, was there now clipping. Oh, clipping is the only good thing in the movie. That only they put. For that sake, we go and see. Like in many places, झूठ करते हैं लोग ना, मतलब झूठ करके धोखा देते हैं. They give the sample वाला is the best thing. Seeing that sample, we buy it. You know, when it happened to me, चावल है कुछ बेचने आए थे. I asked for चावल, it appeared to be so good than in supermarket. मैंने खरीद लिया, वो बदला दोबारा नहीं दिखा, फिर खोल के देखा तो एवरीथिंग इज सेकंड थर्ड ग्रेड माल. ओके, सो नाउ कम्स किम पुनः स्यात् तद अस्ति इति विजानतः. If somebody at least accepts on the strength of faith that the Brahman is there, what is his result? Because the one who denies the presence of Brahman, the result of him is asan, means apurushartha sambandhi. अस्ति अगर कहा तो, बट दोनों को, the one who says asti or nasti, for both of them Brahman is not perceivable because he is not in the vyavahara, he cannot come under any शब्द. इसमें कॉमन है, अश्रद्धालु को भी ब्रह्म दिखते नहीं, ब्रह्म व्यवहार में नहीं आते टू बिगिन विथ. But the Ashraddhalu says it is not seen, it's not in Vyavahara, I don't believe, therefore he becomes Apurushartha Sambandhi, he doesn't pursue. But if somebody accepts on the strength of faith about the presence of the Brahma, and faith is always on Shastra and Guru. Aptavakya means Shastra and the Guru Vakya. Kim punasyat tad asti divijanataha. If at all he says, yes, it is there, I believe in it, what will happen to him? That is the second portion. Asanneva sabhavati asat brahmeti veda chet ho gaya. अब अस्ति ब्रह्मेति चेत वेदा, the answer is what? Ki aha tad aha. The one who believes, for him what is the result is said. The earlier said things Shankara Bhagavan will not tell because he understands that those who are studying his Bhashya are very intelligent. And what is the point which is skipped and which we have to add? Ki the one who says Nasti, he became Apurushartha Sambandhi. Therefore, the one who says Asti out of strength, what will he become? Purushartha Sambandhi. यहाँ नहीं बताएंगे, वो वही शंकर भगवान का हमारे प्रति टेस्ट. So there asanneva sabhavati means asat samah bhavati means what? Na purushartha sambandhi bhavati means purushartha sambandhi bhavati means you will not pursue it because you are not believing. And therefore the one who is trying, obviously what will he be? He will be a one who pursues it. Therefore he is a purushartha sambandhi. The pursuing in the English word came from purushartha only. Pursue purushartha. That is not added, but we have to add to it. बार बार वो रिपीट नहीं करते हैं बेटा. इट्स नॉट स्पून फीडिंग एवरी टाइम. वी हैव टू वेरी शार्प एंड वेरी अलर्ट टू फिल अप द ब्लैंक्स फॉर आवर सेल्स. देयरफॉर नास्ति कहा अपुरुषार्थ संबंधी हो गया, देयरफॉर कभी कोशिश ही नहीं करेगा, पहुंचेगा ही नहीं. Now the one who says asti again on the strength of faith because it's not in vyavahara, he will do purushartha. Because he has done the purushartha, luckily Brahma being there, he will experience it. Because he experiences it, he will be seen by the already existing people. Therefore, they acknowledge his reaching. इसलिए एक ब्रह्मज्ञानी को एक दूसरा ब्रह्मज्ञानी ही पहचान सकता है. Not everyone. So by the way, now the discussion here is ki santam means, very carefully listen this sentence, vidyamana brahma swarupena paramartha sat atma apannam enam evam vidum viduho brahma vidaha. So very easy to, मतलब समझ में आता है, लेकिन कभी कभी ना दूसरे भाषा में बोलने में कठिनता आ जाती है. So the main sentence is asti brahmeti ched veda. If somebody is accepting in the presence of Brahma as he is asti, he is not like the earlier fellow nasti, asti, and he is also doing asti only on the strength of faith because Guru and Shastra told. What will happen to him? Two things will happen. One, from his side, he will become Purushartha Sambandhi and reach out. Second thing is what? When he reaches out, the other Brahmagyanis will certify because they already reached. वो लोग भी पहले नास्ति नास्ति किए कुछ जन्म तक. After some life, by some guru's grace or something happened, they started believing asti asti, then they did it, they reached. Such Mahatmas, what they talk about this person, this very subtle thing, ki santam enam tataha viduhu. Tataha means because of their faith and practice and reaching. Tataha ka arth ye hai viduhu. The other Brahmagyanis talk about him. Enam, about this. What they talk, only one word you have to understand is santam. So tataha, because of that belief and practice, enam, to this sadhaka who reached the goal with who the saints and sages understand his reaching and talk about him in this way. What do they talk about him in what way? Santam. What is the meaning of santam? Beautiful sentence here. Vidya mana. Vidyamana means existing. Vidyamana Brahma means Brahman is existing. So Vidya Brahmana Brahma Sarupena means what? Discovering one's identity with that existing Brahman. And what is that? Paramartha Sad Atma. See, the other Atmas, Panchakoshas, are not the Paramartha Sad Atma. They were believed by as an Atma. That is how, as a Jiva, we are suffering so far. They are all Aparamartha. Then what is the Paramartha Sadatma? That Brahman only. So Paramartha Sadatma Apannam. Apannam means he has reached evam vidhu Brahma vidaha. Now, what are the very many things in this? Only one thing I say. He, with the faith, when he does the Purushartha, when he reaches Brahma Tattva, those who have never done it, still they have doubt about him, he reached or not. Like Puja Gurudev. Did Gurudev reach Brahma or not? If I have not reached, I will doubt in only because I don't know. But the already reached saints, उनको पता है कि वो पहुंच गए. Reaching Brahman is like electrical shock only. Is it not? Did you get the electrical shock or not? How will I know? If you convey it in any of the language, it is not Vyavahara Sambandhi. Is it not? You can never make me convinced about. I'll not faith in because I have not tasted it. But already the other fellow got this shock मानो जम के. Then उसको आप आंख ऐसा करके बोलोगे अरे पता है वो भी बोलता हाँ यार लग गए हो. शौक से शौक लगवाया और शौक से ब्रह्म ज्ञान पाया. Only the other Brahmagyanis can say. So by that what is he saying is you perceive with your own faith and reach out, and those who already reached out they certify you, and whether you reached or not, don't ask the never sadhana doing people to certify. Is it not an important thing? It's very important thing. Is it not? It is true, not only in reaching the Brahmanubhuti, even about prema. Only when I experience that selfless, pure love, that I can vehemently talk about it because it's my experience. So, to only when I have forgiven everyone in my heart, that I can strongly talk about the value of forgiveness as well as its beautiful result in my heart. Only when I control all my faculties, senses, then only I can say that I have done it, the benefits of that are this. That is the difference between an anubhavi person talking and inspiring others and an amateur talking and not inspiring others. Like when I speak, चार लोग भी नहीं सुनने को आते. When Gurudev speaks, thousands listen. The difference between the person of experience and none is so. In the same way, here also, Santamenam Tato Viduhu is such a beautifully explained by Bhagavan Shankaracharya. Santam means Vidyamana, Vidyamana Brahma Swarupena Paramartha Sat Atma Apannam Evam Vidu Enam Evam Vidu. So this person is known by those Brahmagyanis that the Brahman who is existing, Brahman who is one's own essential nature, Brahman actually itself is a Paramartha Atma, all other were not the real Atma. That way he is reached करके वो लोग सर्टिफाई करते. केते विदुः एवं विदुः ब्रह्मविदः. ततः therefore तस्माद् अस्तित्ववेदनात् सः अन्येषां ब्रह्मवत् विज्ञेयः भवति इति अर्थः. Means what? The one who starts with believing Brahma and does the Purushartha and reaches Brahma Tattva, अन्येषां by others ब्रह्मवत् विज्ञेयः भवति इति अर्थः. He himself is Brahman. That is how already reached Brahmagyanis talk about him to others. This has happened in many cases, like Puja Gurudev Ji. He has spoken about 2 or 3 saints. I will not name in that, but at this present world or older country, what are used, these are the 3 saints who have reached the truth. Karke Gurudev Ji ne certify kiya. So too, the other Mahatma said, Your own organization people don't know how great is your guru. You only little feeling you have about him. You only make use of his name. Karke other Mahatmas talking and certifying about Guru, Gurudev, I have heard it by my own self. Therefore, a Mahatma alone can certify other Mahatma. So, therefore, even after doing your sadhana, whether you have reached or not, don't ask the ignorant fellows, other Mahatmas only. Therefore, apta vakya se, shraddha se, brahma hai karke, we are doing sadhana. Then sadhana also is done as told by Aptavakya and Shruti. Having reached also, that Apta Shruti or that Apta only tell us कि we have reached it. Then he tells others कि देखो he is the one who reached. Therefore you worship him. Worship him in what? As the way with faith he started and did the Purushartha, you also do and reach out. जैसे otherwise also in the school the teacher shows this fellow to others. देखो इसने कितना अच्छा नीट क्लीन लिखा है, कितना बढ़िया से होमवर्क किया है, तुम लोग भी फॉलो करो. So to the Brahmajnanis, certify the Brahmajnani and tell others that do like him. So all boils down to, do you believe in the Astitva of Brahman or not? If not, you are a Purushartha Samad. Now, Iska, the second way of interpretation is more important, very beautiful. Same mantra, Asanyeva Sabhavati Asat Brahmeti Veda Chet, Asti Brahmeti Chet Veda Santavenam Tato Vidrutihi. It's a very, very good one. Don't miss tomorrow's class. Then tasya sheva sharira atma yah purvasya. That will be just literally told. But after that, then ghamasan discussion goes on happening again. Athatonu prashna uta vidvanamum lokam pretya kaschana gaschati aho vidvanamum lokam pretya kaschit samashnuta o sokamayata. These are all very again brainstorming sessions. Brainstorming session. This is required for us. We are given this after 3 years of our being regular and sincere. In this storming effort of the brain alone, all the lethargy, laziness, extrovertedness, then stulata of this buddhi go away. The buddhi becomes sharper, subtler, as well as dynamic to pierce through all the experiences gained by senses, etc. mind to see that which cannot be experiences to them, but experienced as one's own self. That's called buddhigrahya matindriyam, manasa evaidam aptavyam. Whatever is said in our various Upanishads and Gita, meaning is that. So let us go through this beautiful brainstorming session to discuss about the existence of Brahman, the way to reach the Brahman, when it is reached, how the experience looks like. Though it cannot be spoken, but some words are used, all that. You know the words ha, ho, ha, ho, ha, ho. You know, in the delivery ward, the moment can the sound aate hi, everybody knows that delivery ho gaya. No need to tell. Here also, when the disciple starts, ha, ho, Guru understand isko ho gaya. Other than that, it cannot be spoken. इन कई Upanishads what we have when the disciple said, Guru Maharaj, मेरे को समझ में आ गया बेटा इसका मतलब मीमांसा से मेवते मन्यवीतम go and think. He thinks and says, as sir I understood. How that whoever have understood it, they have not understood. Those who have not understood. In this way you understand, they have understood. When in this twisting way the disciple says, Guru says, हाँ तुमको समझ में आ गया. नाम मन्यस वेदेति नो न वेदेति वेद च योनस्तद्वेद तद्वेद नो न वेदेति वेद च यस्य मतं तस्य मतं मतं यस्य न वेद सः अविज्ञातं विजानतां विज्ञातं अविजानतां. दिस इज श्रुति वाक्य. पहले वाला डिसेबल का रिप्लाई. बिफोर दैट डिसेबल कम्स एंड सेज, गुरु महाराज आपने जो बताया मैं समझ गया. गुरु सेज तू समझा नहीं, फिर से जा. बिकॉज समझना मीन्स कॉन्सेप्चुअल अंडरस्टैंडिंग. Conceptual understanding is not Vedanta. No, Vedanta is experience. Same way in Kathadi Upanishad, Yeyam Paite Vichikitsa ityadi or Anyatra Dharmat. When the disciple himself asks question, they are very sublime. So here, what is the topic under discussion? Ki asanneva sabhavati asad brahmeti veda chet asti brahmeti chet veda santamenam tato viduritihi. The Brahman will never come into Vyavahara. It can never be spoken by the words. Whether it is there or not, it is in your hands to believe or not. Those who don't believe its presence, existence, they become Apurushartha Sambandhi, they were Asanya Bhavati, they may get everything of the world but not Brahman. But those who believe that it is there on the strength of the faith of the on the strength of the faith in the Guru or of the Shastra Vakya, definitely he not only follows the path, he will reach out and he will be certified by others that he has reached. Okay, now choice is left to you. Because we are going to talk about how to reach the Brahma Tattva. ओके इन बिटवीन यू तुम टोक के पूछते हो भगवान ये ब्रह्म है कि नहीं है वी विल नॉट आंसर ऑल दोस यू बेटर गेट अवे नाउ ओनली go into the track of the nastikas where they believe only that with the experience with the senses and pursue that. Here we are talking only to those who have full faith. They should not toko us in between. Just follow the sadhana told, then you will reach. Don't ask है कि नहीं. पहले है कि नहीं तो हम बोल नहीं सकते बता रहे ना. We are telling it can't be spoken, it can be shown in Vyavahara. Guru experiencing it, but experiencing Guru only has a problem that he cannot talk it about in words. He cannot show it with any sadrusha vastu, nor it is a our object of the Vyavahara. Realized Guru only saying all that. बेटा मैं आपको ये बता नहीं सकता, मैं आपको है ना इस बारे में बोल नहीं सकता और ये कोई व्यवहार की वस्तु नहीं है बट मैं तो अनुभव में हूँ तो मेरे को भी पहले डाउट था मैं फिर गुरु के ऊपर श्रद्धा से जैसा उन्होंने कहा करने किया गया करता गया देन आई रीच्ड इट सेम इज फॉर एवरीवन so tomorrow's discussion is very crucial don't miss it thank you om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Guru. Thank you for your patience. Really, I salute you. The trouble has so much trouble the computer has given. बाद में